Ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting from the studios of Freedom Baptist Church in Keystone Heights, Florida, a dynamic duo that needs no introduction. You have topics, we have opinions. You have questions, we have answers. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Sam and Caleb Show.
And what's good, everybody? You're watching the Sam and Caleb Show, episode part 2. And we are thankful that y'all could join us. But you may be asking, what are those two knuckleheads doing with these masks on? Well, I know. I don't know if you know, daggum it. But me and Sam, holding with the traditions and rules and regulations of the land, are planning to wear these. And
the whole episode? For sure.
No, not the whole episode. No. Well, we are back. And happy to be with y'all. We're happy that y'all are with us. And here's what we're going to do. I just thought about it. We're going to pray. And we're going to talk a little bit about church. And then we're going to talk a whole lot about some information that y'all and us need to know. So let's go ahead and talk. We'll talk about church for a split second. Then we'll pray. And then we'll go right into it.
All right. Church news and updates. There's not a whole lot going on. It's super rainy and super stormy here all throughout North Florida, all throughout everywhere. We'll get to a little bit more of an in-detail
weather report
later on in the show, so stick around for that.
With yours truly.
Oh, yeah. But it's been raining, storming like crazy. Pastor Jason, we're going to pray for him, for his mom. He's up in South Carolina this week.
Shout out to Pastor Jay.
Yeah, absolutely. And she's had a pretty severe heart attack, and she's looking to try to just be on the mend from that. We've had some good news from him. But just praying for him. As a result of that, we're probably not looking at a driving service, all the circumstances, all the rain, everything going on there. So a little bit of change of plans. We will have a service recorded for y'all for Sunday. Caleb and I will participate with doing some of the worship stuff with that, and we'll have that to you. So that'll be, trust it'll be a blessing and encouragement to you. A little bit of change of plans. And for the youth room, for those that are part of Impact Youth, Caleb and I, we're still working on that stuff. It's not done yet.
It's getting there. It looks good. It's getting
a lot
there.
of progress, and hopefully within the next week or so, we'll send out some sneak peek pictures of how it's looking. I don't want to pull out the entire red carpet and have everyone see everything, because well, a little bit of suspense for you, a little bit, not just give away the whole idea.
Just like Jaws, baby, suspense.
That's how we do it over here. So we'll let y'all know what we're doing there, but just keeping that in mind. And when we get more updates on the church, we'll let y'all know. But let's go ahead and pray. We'll pray for the show. Pray for you all. Pray for Pastor Jason.
Pray for the coronavirus going on.
Pray for coronavirus. A lot of crazy stuff going on there. We'll give you some more news and update on that in a second. But let's pray, and we'll get into the rest of the show. Dear God, thank you for this time to just have this show, to just laugh a little bit, enjoy our time, to be challenged by the Word of God. We do pray for Pastor Jason, for his mom. We pray for just the time that he has there. Pray that she would just receive good news. We pray for just her strengthening and your continued hand of healing on her. We do pray for everything going on this week. We thank you for the chance that we have to just serve you and just live for you, make an impact for you. So we do pray for those who are affected with the coronavirus. They're dealing with trying to help others with it. They're trying to, they've been quarantined. I know it's hard on a lot of people, especially those that are facing it and having to fight it off. But we pray for your hand of grace and just healing. We pray for this just to be a strong time for us to give our lives to you and just be able to remember how good it is to fellowship with you and to read from your word and to be encouraged in that way. And so we just pray for the rest of the show. We give it over to you. You would be honored and glorified through it. And we thank you for that. And your name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Coronavirus still running pretty strong worldwide and throughout the United States. Worldwide, there's just over 2 million cases. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Just over 130,000 that have died as a result of this coronavirus. You
know how many I figured out were in Bradford County?
How's that? How many?
30.
30?
30, bro.
Is that 30 people or 30 cases in Bradford?
I don't know. I don't know.
Could be both.
I may be 31.
On a good note, there is a sign of recovery. There's over 500,000 that have recovered from this. There's in the U.S. alone, there's 600,000 cases. So that's a lot. You don't want to be the leader in that category.
No, you
for
do not.
the most cases, but for everyone else, we're at the top of it.
Yeah.
So, but that's not something. I mean,
Well, it was China and Italy, and now it's us. There's going to be some next person. So next country.
it's bound to be us. There's so a lot going on there. There's just over 9,000 new cases of this. So still going on pretty strong. But I know through all this, we're doing our best to still stay at home. You're staying at home pretty well. You're working.
I'm working, but I'm also staying at home. So as much as I can, only the essential stuff, going out and getting the essential stuff.
Tell you, making it and to just keep sane through everything, that's crazy hard. I know the first couple days that I was working from home, I was hitting the snacks pretty hard. Because the snacks were all there, man.
I love it.
And like the first day, I was working a little bit more from home, and I was like, unlimited snacks. That was the first thing that came to mind. And I was like, wait a minute. I was like, if I go through all these snacks, like we're not gonna have anything to eat. So, I mean, you gotta know how you're gonna prepare for this stuff, what the best move is. Now listen, you gotta have quality snacks. You can't just have whatever
Quality.
Quality. So we're here to provide quality snacks.
Absolutely. For your enjoyment and
enjoyment.
for your benefit, because you may be saying to yourself, Sam, Caleb, what is a quality snack? Well, we are glad that you asked us. So, Sam, why don't you bring out some quality snack food that you would love to share with the old audience?
I'm pulling some out here. These Arizona drinks, this is the green tea variety.
That tastes sweet right there, man.
Legit.
Oh, man.
Those are 2 for $1. Some places I've seen these at like 4 for $1. They give these away sometimes. Good refreshing drink. You got a lot for your money in there.
Wow.
Good old green tea.
100 calories, it says on the bag.
Dude, that's per serving.
Oh, okay.
It gets worse.
Oh, gosh, okay.
Watch those calories during coronavirus.
Watch the calories.
Those will get you.
Oh, my goodness.
Another thing that's got a little bit of spice to your life, spicy sweet chili Doritos.
Wow.
Don't even look.
I'm not going to look at the bag. I'm not going to look at the bag.
Don't eat these all in one sitting. Eat this over like a few days, a week. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
Whatever.
Do what you want to do with these, but these, they're Doritos. They got a little kick to them. They got a little spice.
Good enough where you can
lick
it off the ends of your fingers.
I'm definitely going for some Doritos. That's going to keep me going pretty well. This last one, we're not even going to talk about calories. But listen, I got to have me some Sour Patch Kids.
Hey, man.
These things,
Hey.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what they put in this besides just sugar mixed in with a lot of sugar. But these things are awesome, and I just love having these. I'm a big sweet tooth person myself. I'll go for the gummy candy. I'll go for the chocolate. As long as there's sugar, there's candy. Sign me up on both of those. But I kind of have to watch it because I do enjoy running and exercise and all that stuff. And this is terrible for you. Like just the other day, Caleb and I were going around town, and you got to understand, if you're in Keystone, there's like 3 restaurants to eat at.
Maybe
That's
4.
it, okay? And so Caleb and I, we're up here working at the church, we're doing stuff, and I was like, man, let's go grab lunch. He's like, sweet. So we hop in the car, we're driving, and like the reasonable side of me is like, man, get you some Subway. Like, I need to have Subway, eat fresh, like all that stuff, good quality food, it's healthy, everything. It's not like this, like food here. No. So I'm like, oh man. And all the lines have been really long for all the places that you go to eat at, just because everyone's doing drive-thru, that's all they're doing. I'm not hating on any of the groups that are doing that, but it's just what we're dealing with right now. So I'm going around and I'm driving around, and I'm driving past, I gotta go through and past Wendy's to get through Subway. And out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, oh man, Wendy's is right there. But then we did the responsible
we went healthy.
thing.
We went healthy.
We got Subway.
Okay.
So
it may not look like it, but we went healthy.
You be smart out there, be healthy. If this is what you think is healthy, then eat this. If you have some other snacks, comment below what your snacks are, what you're going for to get you through this whole coronavirus COVID-19 nonsense. But this is what I'm sticking to. This will last me about, an hour, and this will probably all be consumed. But It's a good hour, let me tell you.
Hey.
Caleb, you got any snacks?
First of all, get these out of here. I don't care about those. You know what I do care about?
I don't know.
Donuts, baby. I'm telling you right now. And they're good, see? Because they're bite-sized. I mean, I can't even
Fewer
get in.
calories.
Man,
The smaller the donut, the fewer the calories.
man, I can't even get in them right now. That's how good they are. They know. Caleb Jones is coming. Uh-oh. You rip them open, and you just,
That's easy.
Now,
That's really
easy, one bite, and you're done. Now, next thing.
It's a good start. Double chocolate donuts, by the way.
Hey, double.
It's
Gotta do it with
not
the
a
double.
single double, that's double. It's, on the second show, we got double chocolate donuts.
Next thing, baby. Get these out of here. Pringles, baby. Let me tell you.
Gotta pop the top, man.
You get two of these things. You can be a duck. You can. I'm telling you, ain't no big deal, right? We're putting it back on there and get you something else out of here.
That's original flavor. They have more than just original, but that's a solid choice.
Solid choice.
I like
Can't
it.
go wrong with original.
Original's good.
Bing gong, body gong, boo boo. Oreos, baby. You pop the top once more. And look, there's plenty of ways. I'll take 2 instances, okay? 2 instances of eating them. One,
All in.
all in. Oh,
He's gonna need a little moment to recover. No, it's okay, we're not gonna count any of the calories on his side. The calories count for mine. His are a little bit up in the air whether we're counting the calories.
As he's talking about calories, I'm looking at the back. There's a lot of calories.
It's a lot to be ashamed of here, but again, we're talking about survival, we're talking about coronavirus. You gotta be serious about your snacks.
Second thing is this. Lick the backs off the lick that middle, baby. You want to rake it off? Throw it behind you. You don't need it, all right? Woo! Some 7-Up original stuff, all right? I'm talking about, you can do it. Refreshing.
That's easy too. Even with all the fizz spraying up at you, that's a real easy way to consume that.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, it just went up my nose.
I can't feel good.
And it's burning. But just
good-
for
it's a good
y'all's
burn.
enjoyment, man. Daggum, 7-Up, some good stuff. Sam, why don't you tell us?
We're moving on. Those snacks, be careful as you're consuming some of those. Some of those will really fight back at you. That 7-Up, that'll get right through you. So we are talking a little bit more. We're trying to share some good news, trying to share some joy through the show, through some of this stuff. Sometimes joy is hard to talk about, and it's
It also stings.
yeah, it stings a little bit. So we want to talk about some other good news this week. The government is giving out money to people because we need money and our government's got a lot of it, supposedly.
Amen to that.
So they decided to send out these stimulus checks. So they're giving all these checks to all these individuals. They're sending out money. I thought it'd be a good idea you don't have to share how you're spending your stuff or what you're spending it on. That's your information. So we'll trust you're going to use that well, whether you're going to invest that, whether you save that, whether you buy something nice for you.
Different strokes for
a
different
friend.
folks.
That's on you. But we'll share a little bit about how we're using the money, what we're going on. We're doing a little home improvement over at the Newhart House. Doing a little screened-in porch area in the back part of the house.
That's nice.
So we're getting that in there. We got a little ceiling fan, exterior. You can't get the inside ones.
Yeah.
You get the inside fans out there, but then they have indoor-outdoor ones. So when I've researched all these fans, there's they have indoor/outdoor. They got outdoor. Sometimes they don't say what type of fan it is, but we got an outdoor one.
You got a good guy putting it in, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah, absolutely.
all right.
We got
Well,
a
that's
good
good.
person putting it in.
That's good.
So gonna spend some of the money that way. Work on the house a little bit. Enjoy kind of the back area of the house, screened-in porch. That'll be nice.
You know, the wife and the kid will love that.
Oh yeah, they're gonna
Oh
love
my
it out
gosh,
there.
they
It's
are
be a
gonna
good-
love that.
Good little family gathering thing. We're gonna get we might get the the Cracker Barrel rocking chairs. I mean, I don't know if we'll go.
Are you gonna get the little thing where you're an ignoramus if you get it wrong?
We might get the
The
little
triangles?
Yeah.
That's what I am talking
might-
about. I can never pass that. If somebody out there has an idea how to pass that, let me know.
Drop a
Because
comment
I am
for us.
always email us. because I have always wanted to pass that thing, man, and I never can. One time I went there and I was just getting it.
He was playing checkers on that thing.
I was hopping every piece, man. And I'm telling you, daggone, a lady looked over at me and she's like, and I had like 5 left, and I don't know how I did it. And daggone, I was reading what I was, or 6 left, and it said ignoramus. I said, dadgummit, and the lady looked over across at me and said, what did you expect? You look about half as dumb as you play that game. And I said, little old lady too, it surprised me. But anyway, speaking of stimulus checks.
So I'll finish up real quick. Doing the screen imports area, the rest of it, just gonna set savings. Always good to save a little, have a little cushion for money stuff. So we're pushing some of that aside. Caleb, why don't you go share how you're using your money, what you're spending it on, what you like to spend it on. Are you spending all of it? Are you saving all
what
of it?
I like to spend it on? There is no saving with Caleb Jones. What I like to spend it on, you know me, ladies and gentlemen, I like to get on my bike and cruise around.
That's it.
So, in the spirit of cruising on my bike, I'm looking to get better exhaust on there. I'm going to flip out some exhaust, and I'm going to get some 8-hangers. And I'm going to ride through like this, and I'm going to enjoy it. That's my plan for my stimulus money, although I got to save some because I got to go to school. So we'll see. I don't know if the bike is going to be first improvement or the school is going to be first.
So the next time you see Caleb, it can be an appropriate greeting to just go like this with it.
Yeah, if you're walking by me in church or something, and you
He'll
go,
know what that means. He might just do that back to you.
We know what that means. We know what that means.
So good times. We want to add a little bit of media segment into our show we're talking about here. We're on 2 different sides of this. Of course, you provide the topics, we provide the opinions. It doesn't always.
Whoever wrote this as a topic needs to go ahead and drown yourself in a river. Or go live in a van down by the river. I'm telling you right now, this was fine, but it made me mad. Go ahead, Sam.
All right. Well, got a little media coming to you. Things you can enjoy, things you can watch during the coronavirus. For me, I am watching through the Marvel movies. There's a way to watch through them in order. You watch through the original Captain America, you watch through Captain Marvel, you watch through the Iron Mans, you watch through a few of those. The Avengers kind of gets put after the first couple Iron Mans. The third Iron Man is after the Avengers movie. So there's a whole list of how you can go and watch them all in order. I jumped on it. Most of those are on Disney Plus for those of you that are looking to watch through the series. You watch through it, find the pattern online. You watch through it on Disney Plus.
Guess who's not gonna watch it?
I'm a big Iron Man fan. Those movies were legit.
Gosh. Oh
That's kind of my superhero person. If I could just kind of blast off and just blast people's heads off, that's where I'm at. Caleb, people want to hear your thoughts on this, so why don't you chime in? I know you're chomping at the bit to just get your words in here, so go ahead.
First of all, I am not a superhero movie guy, okay? Every one of them's the same. Help! The world's in trouble! Oh, my superhero! Every time. I can tell you before it starts, somebody's gonna rush in and save the day. Every time, all right? Second of all, I don't know why you like dadgum, who you like Iron Man. I am a full believer in the Captain America man. I am telling you right now, if there was a fight between Captain America, between the Hulk, Iron Man, the lady who, by the way, what's her name?
The Captain Marvel, is that what you're talking about?
No, the girl. The Black Widow?
Black Widow? Yeah.
Black Widow. If you're watching this right now, hearts to you. Back to it. If it was her, him, and everybody against Captain America would win every single time, no doubt. He's all about the American way, keeping God first.
He's a soldier.
He's a soldier. I'm telling you, the man is bad to the bone, and I don't see how you, of all people, in your up here living lifestyle, can understand why you like Iron Man instead of Captain America. I can't understand any of that in my life.
It's not that I dislike Captain America. I like him, but I feel like he's the one superhero that
Oh my gosh.
if you like a superhero at all, it's Captain America.
He's a butt.
Captain America is?
Oh, no. No, not
saying-
Captain America. Iron Man. Iron Man's a butt.
Iron Man is kind of, he's kind of a jerk. That's kind of his character and everything. But I feel like Captain America is the one likable guy. And I guess I wanted to branch out and like a superhero that wasn't as well loved as Captain America, because that's the name everyone gives Captain America. Even if you don't follow the movies, it's like Captain America's my guy.
The Captain.
So, but I don't know. You might have some thoughts on that. If you have any other superheroes that you enjoy, email us. If you'd like us to break down some of those movies a little bit more.
Yeah, let us know.
We got to keep things moving along. Next topic, we're moving to the world of sports. We'll try to keep this section brief. We heard some comments from our other viewers in the other video. You know, the sports, not really.
I'm not a big fan of sports. And that's okay. We understand that.
For those of you that are out there, sports harder and all that stuff. Big news coming from football towards the end of this month.
The NFL draft, baby.
NFL draft. I think there's a clear-cut number one. I don't know how you could go with anyone outside of Joe Burrow for number one.
He's my guy.
That's his
He's
guy.
my guy. Hey, the great Ed Orgeron coached him. Let me give you a little tidbit of Ed Orgeron, a little inner Ed Orgeron of mine. That is how that man talks. It's bad, man.
He's like that all the time too. Like,
He is.
It's not
He
just
is.
like he lowers it and tries to act like
Oh
his
my
voice
gosh.
is just like
every
that.
time.
Every interview.
He's got to be the most loved announcer, or not loved announcer, but loved post game interview.
Oh yeah.
Of college football right now. Another person, Tua.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Man.
I don't know how to say his last name. Tua, he's a quarterback from Alabama, the lefty. Had the big hip surgery going on there. Weren't sure if they were going to recover. There's been some videos.
I saw
of
some
him.
workout. I'm about
He's
to say
he's looking all right.
looking good.
They're saying he might go top 5. I think the big storyline is you got a lot of quarterbacks that could go really early. You got Burrow, you got Tua. My guy, don't sleep on him. Justin Herbert from Oregon.
Oh my gosh.
He'll be up there. You got Bryce Young. That's Bryce Love, I think his name is. He's coming up there. You got some names in there for some quarterbacks. But you also have a lot of defensive talent. A couple of guys from Ohio State that are going right up at the top. Chase Young is going. They're saying teams 3 and below. They're not even looking at him.
What do you think about him saying, I'm not working out, I'm not doing any of that, just draft me because you know my ability? What do you think about that?
So I'm sure a lot of
I wasn't a big fan of it.
a lot of these coaches have seen him on tape. He kind of acted like he was already there.
He was too good.
I think that's kind of the Ohio State way. You look at a couple years ago with Nick Bosa.
Mm-hmm.
He sat out with that injury and said, "No, I don't want to play." Where he could have come back, but it was a little bit of a risky thing for him to go, and he didn't even do a lot of workouts and stuff. Still a really high draft pick. I mean, Ohio State, they're bringing in the defensive ends. That's kind of their specialty. Chase Young had a monster year. I don't think it was all him. They had a really stacked defense, but he looked good this year. Got a lot of good stats. Some of those guys, they just don't want to do the combine work. And I mean, if they're already projected up at the top, I don't have a huge issue with it. Some of those guys that are they might be a mid-level draft pick that maybe have something to prove, that might want to get drafted earlier. They're the ones that they want to test the speed out, they want to test the strength out.
The agility.
The agility, they want to test everything. I mean, if you're a quarterback and you don't want to throw for the combine.
There's an issue. There's an issue.
It's kind of a big deal. They want to see you throw and hit receivers in stride. But Jeff Okudah, cornerback from Ohio State, he's up there too. Any and all Alabama wide receivers are going in this draft. Apparently, Jerry Jeudy might be in the top 10, but all the wide receivers from Alabama are coming in there.
Oh my goodness gracious!
They
got a draft class, man.
Oh, Alabama's bringing it all.
Alabama got all their wide receivers.
I think I'm not an Ohio State guy. I'm a Penn State fan, so just disclaimer. But I think a guy that's not getting talked about that should get some more attention in this draft. J.K. Dobbins, haven't heard his name running back for Ohio State. Yeah. I haven't even seen him in the first round. He might be going a little bit later in the second round or something, but I feel like whoever picks him up, I feel like he has a chance to be an every down back in the NFL.
Well, don't sleep on the SEC guy either, Jake Fromm.
Jake Fromm.
He could be a sleeper that a good team could get and rise to the top because he has some smarts as a player, I believe.
Jake from State Farm. Jake from... Okay, anyways, moving on. Other news, there's not a lot of other sports news going on here. For basketball, those of you that are interested in kind of the classic version of basketball, where basketball was good, where men were men, where you just went up there, you tied your basketball shoes on, and you got ready for a fight and a basketball game all together in one.
Not none of this. Not none of that.
Not any of the flopping, but the Jordan series, The Last Dance, it is a 10-episode series.
Documentary. Yeah.
It's starting on this coming Sunday, April 19th. And
Boy, I can't wait for that.
Every Sunday.
I can't wait for that.
So we'll try to give you some information on that, break that down, but watching that run, watching him together with his guys get in there, Jordan's drive to winning 3 in a row, taking 2 years off, coming back and winning 3 more.
Yeah,
That's impressive. I don't
Going
care.
and playing a whole different sport, baseball.
Yeah.
Because his daddy wanted him to play baseball and his daddy passed away. So that was, man, what a player.
Yeah,
what a player.
He was an athlete for sure. So, but we'll keep you updated on that.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of other sports news, so we can move on to other topics, which I'm sure some of you are thrilled with. Caleb, why don't you, I don't know if you need to look outside or not, but why don't you give us a weather update for our fans, for those of us staying at home and trying to make it each day.
The weather today,
How's it looking up there?
it's wet. There is so much rain, people. It looks like the Amazon River is flowing through parking lots. Okay? I'm talking about monsooning out the yin yang. I'm talking about just crazy storming, okay? And it's been like that Monday. It was like that Tuesday. It's like that today on Wednesday, and who knows if it's going to be like Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday, but I will tell you this.
Good weather on Monday? No?
That's not what I'm going to tell you.
Okay. I was hoping for something.
I'm the weatherman, Sam.
Keep going. You got the green
Let
suit
me
on.
tell you this. It will get cold here before too long.
How cold?
Oh, it's going to get frigid. I am telling you right now, because every rain that happens, it gets cold right after.
Yeah?
Speaking on experience, that's the word I'm looking for. Speaking from experience, daggum, it gets cold after rain.
What the rain?
So, your favorite neighborhood weatherman, namely me, that's your weather right there.
That's good. Keep in mind the stimulus check coming in, depending on how much rain.
Buy yourself an umbrella, because you're going to need it, and a scarf.
Get an umbrella, maybe some of those little rubber boots if you're into that kind of thing. Maybe
They got some cute ones for you ladies out there. They got some cute ones.
Maybe buy a boat. Maybe that's how we're going to get through and get around the roads. It's just there's so much water. I don't think it's going to be that bad of flooding around here, but I don't know. Maybe you just want a boat to just enjoy the rain. I don't know, but just some options out there for you.
Singing in the rain. Why is there so many rain songs?
I don't know. Is it good that there's rain songs? Does it help you get your mind off the rain?
I don't know, but the catchiest rain song of all time is Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. I don't know the rest, but I know that. I mean,
Look up the rest of that.
Look up the rest of that.
That'll be a good
It's a good
time.
song, actually.
We do want to close our time. For those of you that were there for our first video, maybe you watched the whole video, maybe you just watched the early part, not sure, but we do like to include a Bible challenge, a Bible devotional. That's how we'll go and wrap things up for our show. We are continuing on with our...
So get them out if you don't got them.
Get your Bibles out, that's right. We are doing our series on joy and talking about what joy looks like in the Bible, so I'll go ahead and read through a couple verses and we'll talk about joy. I think that's such a huge part of what we need now. If you don't have joy now, life looks just awful and terrible. But if you have joy and you understand what joy means, it can be a real positive thing for you. So I'm going to look at a couple different types of joy in Hebrews chapter 12. Hebrews 12.
You switched it up. See, I was in Nehemiah like
Sorry
last
about
time.
that. I'm going on with our theme of joy here. Hebrews chapter 12, verses 1 and 2. The Bible says this, "Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us. And let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God." We could talk a lot about what this passage means, a lot of encouragement and a lot of hope that we have. but we have our hope from those who have run the Christian race and the Christian life. They've completed their race of faith. Verse 1, we see encompassed about so great a cloud of witnesses. Because of their encouragement, because they've gone before us, they've paved the way for us. A lot of them, you look at in the Bible, the Old Testament and the New Testament, those were difficult times to live for Christ. There were times to make a stand for Christ. There were times when everyone around you was not living for Christ. You think of Noah in his day. There's no one around that's living for Christ, but he makes a stand, and he finds grace in the eyes of the Lord, and he's one that's listed through Hebrews 11 as having faith and obtaining faith in God. You think of others who stood alone. I think of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They're brought into in exile into Babylon, and here it is. Here's this big statue that's set up, and here it is. Your decision. It's your choice what you got to do. You either bow down with everyone else or you take a stand for Jesus. And I'm so thankful that there's others that we can rely on, a great cloud of witnesses that were faithful in what they did. And that gives me hope and encouragement to know that someone else has been there, they've lived, and they've kept their eyes on Jesus, which the verse goes on to say, to remove the weight and the sin that weighs us down. You think of Caleb and I come from sports backgrounds, athletic backgrounds. You would never see someone lining up for a race, adding weights on, adding a backpack on. You never saw Caleb.
If you do, they're crazy.
They are. It's hard enough. You saw Caleb doing his basketball thing. You never saw him, carrying a bunch of bags and a bunch of other, maybe he was carrying bodies as he was trying to go score and take it to the hole. But anyways, you never saw him saying, hey, I want to make this harder for myself. No, you want as light as possible, get rid of as much as you can to do the best you can. But as Christians, we're reminded to lay aside the sin, lay aside the distractions. Why do we do this? In verse 1, it says to run with patience the race that is set before us and to focus on your Christian race of faith. Hey, listen, we're all being tested by this coronavirus thing, but it can all affect us in different ways, and it could affect you more directly. It could affect you how you're working, what your week looks like. We're not able to see each other a lot and be able to go and visit family or friends, but that's your race of faith right now, and that's what God wants you to focus on. Verse 2, the start of it, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith.
What a verse.
I love it.
What a verse.
And we need to keep our eyes on Jesus. And I was just talking this week with some other church members, and they were reminding me, there's a lot of Christians, there's a lot of individuals that haven't kept their focus on Jesus, and they're not looking to Jesus. And that's such a sad reality, because if we look to Jesus, if we believe and if we hope in him, we have joy. And that's what we're trying to do through this show. That's what we're trying to do for y'all. And to have that joy in your life, not everyone has that. And they struggle, especially at a time like this. And I do want to just provide an encouragement. Whatever you're doing, keep your eyes on Jesus. Maybe it's something where, I've never set my eyes on Jesus before. I've never believed or trusted in Jesus for salvation. That could be what it means for you to look to Jesus. Maybe you're giving into everything that's going around. You're going stir crazy. You're filling your life with distractions. You're filling your life with disappointments. You're so far away from the Jesus that you hope to live and hope to serve, and you're so far away from that. Can I just give you this hope and this reminder and this joy that you can have? Look to Jesus. Don't look anywhere else. Don't look to other things of this world. Don't look to any addictions, drinking, drugs, any of that. That's all.
Can I say something about that? Go ahead. So when I was unsaved and stuff and talking about keep your eyes on Jesus, I wasn't saved, so I didn't have my eyes on Jesus. And I tried everything to fill a void in my heart. It was, hanging out with certain people, doing stuff with girls, doing drugs, a lot of drinking, heavy drinking, smoking, this, that, and the other thing. And everything that I thought was cool and everything that I thought to be true and everything else like that didn't matter at all. And it made me sadder, and it brought me down deeper and deeper and deeper. But once I started looking to Jesus for help, I started rising out of that deepness, and I started being able to see a brighter light at the end of the tunnel, for a kind of a reference on that.
That's good. That's awesome. So again, I think we find really our joy that we find in the first part of the verse, looking into Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. He's begun our faith. He's going to be that one that is there to make sure that we secure our faith. But for the joy that Jesus found, it's so much different than we have. Of course, we haven't died to pay the penalty for sin. But this verse goes on to say, who for the joy, this is talking about Jesus, for the joy that was set before him, endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. Jesus saw joy, maybe not in the pain, maybe not in the suffering, maybe not in the being set apart from God, but he saw joy in the final reward of paying for the forgiveness of sins for us. And that's something where we say, how could there be joy in this? How could there be a joyful thing? But Jesus, he endured the cross. He had a joy through that of knowing, I believe that he was doing exactly what God wanted him to do by laying down his life, but also understanding that he was the one true sacrifice for the forgiveness of sins. And again, if you're struggling with that, if you don't know why Jesus was the sacrifice for sins, what to believe in and hope in to have forgiveness of sins, feel free to reach out to us.
Hey, you got our email.
Yes.
Just email us and let us know. You know what I'm saying? Like the first episode, we said, we're here to answer questions. We're here to talk to y'all. We're here to pray for y'all. We're here to give y'all some news and some updates and some funnies and some laughs and everything else like that. But if you really want to know, hey, you know, who's Jesus? I don't know who he is. And you're just getting a hold of this video. Hey, that's great. We want to talk to you about Jesus. Email us. There's going to be an email link that we're going to get to y'all on this video. Y'all can do it. Also, quick plug for us, I guess you could say like that. Look at us on Instagram, okay? Coming soon. Our Instagram, it's already up, I do believe.
Already on there. The Sam and Caleb Show. We got this little shirt logo. It should be on there on Instagram. We got our YouTube link clicked on there. We got our YouTube channel all set up.
Also,
so more stuff out
like, subscribe, share to your friends and all that on those social media outlets. So,
all right, we're going to bring this in for the final part of the episode. Thank y'all for being a part of the show. Y'all keep grubbing for the dub.
Yep. And I'm Caleb.
I'm Sam.
And you just watched